In today's video, I'm going to be discussing 15 million Medicaid beneficiaries losing coverage right now. That's the focus of this video. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. All right, now really fast before we do, I just want to clarify really fast here. I'm strictly talking about Medicaid, not to be mistaken with Medicare. As of right now, there's about 80 million people enrolled in Medicaid, and there's about 66 million people enrolled in Medicare, so we're only focusing on Medicaid here in this video. Those of you that receive Medicare, don't worry, I have a ton of videos here on the channel for you as well, and a lot more to come. Make sure to stay tuned. However, as of right now, I do want to bring this to your attention because 15 million Medicaid beneficiaries are losing coverages of their benefits as of right now, and unfortunately, about 11 million more people receiving Medicaid right now are likely going to be losing coverages over the coming months. So, what do you need to be aware of? Well, this all comes back to the Public Health Emergency Declaration that went into play in early 2020, and it canceled as of April last year, 2023. In other words, during that 3-year period of time, states were not allowed to disenroll anybody from Medicaid for any reason at all, okay? You could enroll in Medicaid, but you could not be disenrolled or removed from the program as a result of the Public Health Emergency Declaration in place for about that 3-year period of time. Well, as a result of that, they rolled back the Public Health Emergency Declaration, as in they canceled it as of April of last year, 2023, almost a year ago as of right now. And because of that, these states have now been going through their Medicaid rolls and purging people off of the program that they think are maybe not eligible for Medicaid anymore. And again, there's a variety of reasons. There's a ton of reasons why somebody may not be eligible or why states may think somebody is not eligible for Medicaid services anymore. Well, as a result of that, the count is up to 15 plus million people as of right now, and it continues to expand every single month. That means more and more people are losing their Medicaid coverages. Now again, like I said, the statistics, the studies, and the reports are now suggesting that they actually anticipate another 11 million people to be disenrolled from Medicaid. So around that 25 to 26 million people in total will likely be disenrolled from Medicaid. So that is the projection as of now, okay? So let's just say that you're somebody enrolled in Medicaid. Sounds scary, right? So what do you need to do to prevent disenrollment from this program, right? Well, a couple things is this much, okay? So generally over the last several years here, you may not have had to do this, but in general, you need to basically be requalified for Medicaid on an annualized basis, right? This is just basically a review of your eligibility. And over the last, few years, basically 2020 through 2023, they didn't do this because it didn't really matter, right? Because of the Public Health Emergency Declaration in place, they basically just said, hey, if you're enrolled, we can't do anything about it, so we're just going to leave it. We're not going to go through all this. But now the states are going through this and again disenrolling people. But here's what's happening here. Now again, I know that some of you here in the community that watch the videos here on the channel have already gone through this because I've seen your comments down below on previous videos, and I've had a couple people reach out to me privately through email saying, I already did this and I'm good to go, or I got canceled. They took me off of Medicaid, stuff like this, okay? I've seen all the stories so far. Well, okay, to be fair, I have not seen every single story. There's tons of stories, but again, I've seen a lot of people reaching out with these different scenarios, okay? But here's what's happening. You're going to be getting some kind of communication from your state, right? You've probably seen this before. Some paperwork. It could be digitally. It could be digitally, electronically, same thing, but it could be in your mailbox. It could be a paper, something you've received from your state. But basically what they're asking you to do is fill this out in its entirety, okay? Now, I'm going to share with you some other statistics here in just a second that again is very surprising about this disenrollment and the 15 million people. But they're basically asking you to fill out this paperwork in its entirety and then get it back to them again in its entirety. For example, let's just say, for example, that they send you 3 pieces of paper, okay? They want it all filled out and they want all 3 pieces of paper back. I know, sounds very basic and logical, right? Yeah, they sent me 3 papers and I'm supposed to fill them out and send all 3 back. You're right, okay? But here's the problem. They found that about 70%, that's a lot of people, are being disenrolled from Medicaid because of procedural abnormalities. Basically, somebody gets the 3 paperwork or the 3 pieces of paper. Again, I'm just giving an example here, 3 pieces of paper, right? You're supposed to fill out all the questions on it. They maybe fill out, say, 75% of it or 50% of it. They don't answer some of the questions. Well, unfortunately, all the questions were not answered. Therefore, disenrolled, okay? That's situation number one. The other situation is they send out 3 pieces of paper, and again, it could be 2, it could be 1, it could be 7. Again, I'm just saying 3 just for easy purposes here for examples, okay? So they send out the papers, okay? Somebody fills them out. They only send back a portion of the papers. In this example I'm giving here, 3 papers go out, they fill out, however many, and they only return 2 back to the office. Well, now the office says, hey, we have incomplete paperwork here. Procedural rules say disenrolled, out of here, right? So again, this is the problem that's happening. Apparently 70% of people are losing Medicaid because of this. That's nuts, right? 70% of people. Now here's the thing. How many of us get paperwork? Again, you get this paperwork all the time. The questions are asked in such an ambiguous and bad way. I mean, seriously, how many times have you received paperwork where the questions are like, don't even make sense, right? You read the question, you're like, I have no idea how to even answer this question. I don't even know what they're asking from me right now with this question. I've been there many times, right? All the time I see some kind of paperwork and I'm like, I don't even know what they're trying to ask here. I have no clue what I'm supposed to even write in this spot here. I don't know. I don't know the answer, right? So as a result of that, how many of us go through this situation? Well, a lot, apparently, because this is what's happening. Now, how can you prevent this? Well, that's a good question. If you get down to this situation where you are in the situation where you have this paperwork from your state, you're supposed to fill it out, something like that. If you don't know an answer to a question, it may be worth your time to call your local office and be like, hey, I'm enrolled in Medicaid. I'm filling out this paperwork to make sure I don't lose coverages. I'm kind of stumped here. I'm not really sure what to do on this one question. These couple questions here, I'm not really sure what to answer here. Can you help me out? So again, maybe it'd be worth them, talking to somebody there at your local office, having them talk through the details of it, and maybe get some further details on what you need to do there. Or whatever you need to do, talk to a family member, a friend. Again, I know you don't want to sit here and talk about this stuff forever with everybody out in the world, but I'm just simply saying, you definitely don't want to lose Medicaid coverages, right? That would be an even bigger headache. So if you need to call your local office, something like that, by all means, do it. That's what they're there for, right? To get to help you out with assistance with this. But I want to point this out for you. Yes, I know I have talked about this a few times over the last couple of years here, but this is something we knew was coming, and it started almost a year ago in April of 2023, and it's still going strong here. And unfortunately, continuous disenrollments are happening all the time, more and more people losing coverage to their Medicaid. So anyway, these are the latest statistics. I just came across this report. Wanted to share it with you really quickly in this video. If you have not done so, subscribe down below. I'll keep you posted on this and everything else going on out there. Otherwise, share the video with your friends on social media, especially if you know anybody enrolled in Medicaid. Otherwise, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those in the video library or the ones that I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or at the top of the comment section. Until next time, enjoy your day, take care, have a good one, and I will catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you for now.